Morning everybody, it's Nick, fresh back from the school run, and I've just actually seen a post about social media and the whole debate about whether we spend too much time on it or not. And I'm definitely getting mixed messages around it, and I thought I'd share my thoughts on it, to be honest. So there are four really big reasons why I'm a really big advocate of social media, actually. First and foremost, it's a library at my fingertips. I mean, there are people I have read, there are case studies I have learned from, there are talks I have listened to that I would never ever had known about had I not been on social media. So in terms of expanding my mind and my knowledge, making me think and inspiring me, big tick in the box for me there. Secondly, it's also been a place, considering it is a virtual platform, where I've made some really, really deep and meaningful human connections. And these connections are with people. They're not transactional relationships. These are friendships. These are genuine relationships with people whereby we have conversations, sometimes online, very, very often via video or by phone because we don't live in the same place. And we just talk about life or challenges or ask each other for advice. This isn't some commodity type relationship where we're selling something to each other. And I have met an enormous amount of people through social media and really increased my my friendship group, really increased my support network, and really, really increased my level of human connection, which was something that personally for me is really important. Thirdly, it actually gives me the opportunity to share what I'm thinking and what I'm thoughts, to share with a good intent and to try and put some stuff out there in the world that I hope will do some good for somebody else. And I think that, we all have a choice with social media, so we can follow who we choose to follow. We can read or not read what we want to read. So I think that really works. And my fourth reason, particularly on my personal social media, is that I can keep in touch with a lot of friends and all of my family, particularly when I'm away on holiday. I don't have to ring and try and keep in touch with lots of individuals, because actually I can post stuff for everybody, and it gives me a great way of keeping in contact with an awful lot of people that I've met throughout my life and my large family, in a really good way. And I really like doing that, and I also really like seeing my other friends having fun and so forth. So 4 big reasons why it's a big plus for me. 2 reasons why it's perhaps not such a great plus, and I think we do need to be discerning. One is when it is used for people to really vent their anger and their negativity, and I think the same as in everyday life, we just need to be discerning and choose carefully who we interact with. And secondly, when we get drawn into the optical illusions of, some level of perfection or some level of standards that might make us feel inadequate, or that we're not as good as somebody else, or that because we don't have X amount of followers or we're not famous or so forth. And that is a bit of an optical illusion. And I think, again, we just need to hold ourselves back and try not to get drawn into that. So I'm not saying it's perfect, but I think being aware of where the downfalls are is half the battle. So for me personally, I'm a big advocate of social media for the 4 reasons I've outlined previously. And I constantly hear the ongoing debate about, whether we should or shouldn't. And I kind of think to myself, a lot of the time I'm actually reading or I'm actually learning. So if you saw me sat reading a book, does that make it better than me sat reading the article on, say, my phone or my laptop? It's an interesting debate, isn't it? And for me, it's just far more efficient given my, small chunks of time that I have. And I actually do think it's a really good way to make some real connections with people, as long as you're discerning about that. So I just really wanted to throw my penny in, because something sparked a thought this morning on social media that led to that. I hope that's of help to somebody. Have a great day. Bye.